up? This is Hop, and welcome to We Are Live. Yo.
So we are live. Chris Denman, Travis Terrell, the great Chris Gardner in studio. I don't even have to take my time. I just go directly to him now. This is the chaos we inflict upon people who listen and watch and everything. Chris Gardner, everybody. Let's just get right to it.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Woo! Gardner! Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it,
Hold on.
do it.
I want to watch Chris take a sip of his coffee.
Here he goes.
It's my way of coping with this stupidity that happens for like 7 seconds.
You can do it, Chris. You can do
You
it,
go
Chris.
somewhere
It's like
else.
I hide behind the coffee cup.
You can do it,
Take
Chris.
a drink. You think of a happy
Yesteryear.
place. Yeah.
Come on, do it, do it, do it.
Todd Denman.
Do it, do it, do it.
Belt loops. No sugar. Oh, organic growth.
Life.
Good morning, Walnuts.
Woo! Walnuts! Chris, throw one up. It's been a
Excited
while.
to
You
be
haven't thrown
here.
up in a few days. There you go.
You just do it and hope it
Huzzah!
moves along. Today on the show, we have a plethora of inadequate segments, some wonderful guests, and maybe some listener participation. Who knows? We've got a great fair or foul today, Gardner. What's that?
The fair or foul, I'm blanking on.
Well-
It is sleeping on the job as part of an internship. Sleeping on the job as part of an internship. And why, you ask, is this the fair or foul?
Gardner, why is this the fair or foul?
Check out this headline. This is in USA Today.
Like to nap? Mattress Firm's summer snooze turn internship lets you sleep on the job.
Huh.
I think our intern's been auditioning for that.
So this is located in Houston, Texas, and you would be a part of the Mattress Firm social media team, and your job entails you basically going to their stores and taking naps throughout the day on their mini mattresses. And then you report. I think you also record a couple times, and you let people know about how firm or comfortable a certain mattress is.
I have a video to accompany this. as
Oh,
well.
nice.
Oh, interesting. We're going interactive
Oh,
today.
this is incredible. Okay. Vice News.
Hey guys, I'm Julianne.
Damn.
I'm Maria, and we're Mattress Firm's first ever snooze turns. Last
see
summer,
why.
we were lucky enough to get paid to sleep.
Yep, that's right. It's a real thing.
As one of the official snooze turns, I was able to share sleeping tips for the sleep deprived and give back to the community through Mattress Firm's foster kids program. The best part, of course, was being able to test and rest Mattress Firm's top-rated products.
After sleeping my best life, I realized that my experience was more than just an
Best
internship.
life.
There you go,
Being
baby
snooze
girl.
turned was the job of my dreams. Get it?
From pillow talking to sleepwalking,
think that was
I learned to
necessary.
see
You
the
could've
big
walked across the
picture about
hallway.
bedtime. And now it's your turn.
Hey, baby girl.
Mattress Firm is looking for their next slumber star. So if you think you have what it takes to be the next snooze turn, go to mattressfirm.com/snooze-turn to learn more.
Is there going to be a run on this position from within this company? Like, Travis, are you going to be fighting with Gardner and Tommy, the intern, on who gets that position in Houston?
I'll tell you what, if baby girl is in Houston, then...
That's what this is all about.
Huh? This is really cool. Let's be completely honest. We all have dreams and ambitions. But if someone told us today that you could make a reasonable salary, let's just say around $55,000 a year. You live in Houston, one of the more expensive cities to live in, but nevertheless a very nice city. And they said to you, hey, Chris, the job entails you napping 5 days a week. You taking that gig?
Boy, I'd be honored. As a lifelong napper
Uh-huh.
of sorts,
Uh-huh.
feel as though I'd serve the position well.
I agree. I think this is kind of hard
don't
of
think
an
it's for me.
opportunity to turn it down. How is this not for you?
I don't sleep. Yeah.
Really?
It's all that sugar intake.
That could be
Is
it.
it? Is it?
Kate in the comments says slumber star or pillow princess.
Oh, I like Slumber Star.
Slumber Star. Yeah.
That is a really cool job.
Slumber Star.
Oh, how much of it actually entails napping though?
Oh, there's minimal napping. See, they do that to make it seem like this, and then
It's
they've
cool.
got you on.
And now Travis is hooked.
They've got you on spreadsheets and Facebook analytics the rest of the day.
There are two really cool jobs we've seen over the last
Probably
few
got to
years.
learn QuickBooks.
Oh no!
like
Oh
that.
no! If there's math involved, then I'm screwed. But I do think this is like one of the top 3 jobs I've seen posted over the internet over the last few years. Remember, there was a job that a travel company was essentially paying people to go to these exotic islands, and you just had to document your time there.
It's called Fire Festival. It never happened.
No, not exactly that. But then there was
one dude had a lot of conviction though.
Yeah.
there was someone who was paid to also review all of the Netflix movies and then write a small summary of each. I thought that was a sweet ass job. And then now this News Turn with Mattress Firm. This is
Our own snooze turn, young Tommy. Make your way over to this microphone.
what is this? This is not
He's
like
got a-
what is this?
Well, we have an update.
It's like a Make-A-Wish Foundation. We just bring people from the
Careful.
audience and we
It's not
just throw
that-
them in
Oh,
here.
I didn't say to sit down.
What the
just jump
Oh,
on-
no, he's got to get out of the chair now.
Ah, thanks a lot, there, man.
Good morning, Tommy. How are you?
Good morning.
What do you have for us?
I'm looking at the snooze turn application.
Are you upset you didn't
Is it
apply
intense?
It's
there? Will
not
they
that
accept a kid
intense.
that goes to SWIC? Kinda.
Kinda. They
Okay.
make decent money.
So then.
Oh, it's a paid
You've already-
internship.
you've already-
That's a rarity.
30
already
to 40
blown it
hours
here.
a week.
30
Oh,
to
that's
40
not
hours a week?
terrible.
No, he would not.
You'll
do
come
well
to
with
work
that.
at a bed quarter in Houston, but we'll also have a chance to visit local mattress firms.
A
So,
chance to visit retail stores
Yeah.
in the greater Houston area. And
Yeah.
hey, don't forget, you can travel into Sugarland.
Did you say bed quarter?
that's what it says.
Bed quarters. I like
You also have to know how to edit video on like iPhones.
Oof.
So you're doing other stuff, and it's a bunch of social media stuff. So not
Called
a
it.
ton of
it. So it's a
sleeping.
paid internship
Yeah.
where you travel to different mattress locations.
Probably do light sweeping,
Yeah.
some windows here and there.
I think you're like just laying on mattresses all day.
Should I apply?
Yeah, you should.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Tommy.
Good morning.
Oh boy, here we go. Look, he figured
Oh,
it out.
he did it. He
got out of the chair.
Hey,
Good job.
He's
Good job.
he's getting out of a chair here, huh? That's how he gets out of a chair. Hey, I do. Gardner, you raised an interesting question. You asked if I would choose between this or the Mattress Firm or Sesame Street. And
Oh, I was asking you off the air yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's pretty dope. And it's Houston. Houston's very large black population.
It isn't like
That's
spread
going well
out
for
like
you
that.
here.
That's a good point.
It's kind of like 1A to 1B. Like, I don't know. What's.
Basically, you're just saying it's someplace else.
Right. Yeah, let's just put it that way.
Do you feel like there's a lot of wind beneath your wings from your
That's
community here?
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
But I did come up with the idea yesterday that I think is going to make us all billions. So before we present this idea, I would like to say it has been copyrighted.
Oh, it
Or I
hasn't?
think if I just say it out loud,
that how
it
you
is
do it?
counted. I think that's technically like declaring bankruptcy. I think if you just say copyrighted out loud, it's already been copyrighted. So
I need to look into that.
I think you can. I think you should be able to pair mattresses with weed strands. I
boy.
think they should introduce this in Colorado, where you have a hemp hotel. So you'll have materials inside the hotel room that are made of hemp, but the objective is
Hemptel?
match a mattress with your preferred weed strand. So that way, if you were to partake in the edible
It's like
form,
pairing a wine with your dinner,
yes,
your entree, or
Yes.
maybe cheese.
yes.
Okay.
And just think about people who would travel from across the world who have been struggling to sleep, who have been trying to get back into the groove of it. They've been stressed out. What better place than to go to Colorado to go to a hemp hotel? Chris, if you buy in today for $50,000,
Wow. Okay.
you'll be one of the very first investors through the door, and we'll look up a year from now, you'll be the next Zuckerberg.
You're really good at that. They call it a pitch.
Wait.
I just pitched it.
You're trying to tell him if he invests in your company,
Yeah.
he's going to be testifying before Congress.
Yeah, that's how good it's going to be. It's going to be so good where Congress is going to be like, hold on, player.
I see.
And that's when you know you've succeeded in life. when you're testifying in front of Congress?
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. When you're testifying in front of Congress, they ain't just pulling on no podcast host to testify in front of Congress. They ain't doing that.
Great point.
No doorman, no disrespect.
Yeah, you better watch it,
Yeah.
ass.
Well, hey, for this sleep internship, that's our topic today for Fair or Foul.
Correct.
Fair or Foul, you send an email to wal@weareliveradio.com. That's WAL. On a topic, a sentence, a paragraph. Today you can win 2 tickets to St. Louis Microfest. You know where that's at? Forest Park, in the Upper Muni parking lot.
Oh, yeah?
That's right. Tickets, 2 of them, we're giving away today. We're also going to speak with Joe Miller from Lift for Life Gym today at 8:45, and he's bringing those passes by. So again, we've got St. Louis Microfest tickets. That is this weekend, and that's your Fair or Foul prize today, which I don't think any of you deserve. So maybe if you hit share, you'll be considered a little more for the tickets. I don't know. We'll see how charitable I'm feeling later, Travis.
Okay.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
do that. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have feelings.
We'll have Lucas Hinderleiter in the second hour. I don't know why we've invited him to come in, but we have. He's opening for Eddie Ifft at the Funny Bone all weekend. Just kidding. Love Lucas. He's a good, funny St. Louis comedian. Travis, I know you're excited about the melee from yesterday. I wanted to get to the results of that. It was a really important question that spanned universes. Gardner, I don't know if you have the results of that on Twitter, the melee from yesterday.
Yeah, we asked if ancient astronaut theorists ever say no.
I don't think they do.
Well, it was ever, basically, is the question.
Ancient astronaut theorists say yes.
The theory
do.
right now is that
Do
they
quite-
always say yes. So that's the
Quite often.
Right.
That's the.
It's almost as if it serves a plot line.
Eh,
Okay.
or an agenda.
Okay. What were the results?
Or the truth.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
79-21, no. 79% said no. 21% said yes. And now I'm confused
Yeah, I
as to
am
the
as
meaning
well.
of the
I
poll
am, I
because
am
I
too.
couldn't remember.
Yeah, I am.
I'm trying to think of the question.
So,
Do
yeah,
ancient astronaut
the
theorists ever say no?
yellow, and they. and
79%
say-
said no. 21% said yes to the no question.
I get it.
So they do say yes. No?
Maybe? There's your melee results from yesterday.
Okay.
Thank you.
We've got it.
I
We've
think
got
that's
it
the
figured
best
out.
way to put it out
Yeah.
there.
It is. Don't act
Results are
too
resulting.
informed on it because then you're one of.
Just let's let the people decide. Yeah, let the people decide.
They did decide, and they're
What
just
that
as
means.
confused as ever.
Don't forget it.
Oh, boy.
Gardner, curious.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you scooting around the office a little bit.
Oh boy.
Travis, we have a unique
Uh-huh.
man who is our producer, and he's worked very hard at Midcoast Media over the last few months. He's helping out with Stacey Static, Mental Health Matters, Impolite Company, all these shows.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's decided to live a little.
He always likes
Been
to
cutting
live.
loose.
He does.
Despite advice from a young man by the name of Lou Ferrigno telling
Yeah.
him to stay away.
AKA the Hulk.
Uh-huh.
Don't go chasing Scooter Falls, is what he was
He
saying.
did say that.
You've been walking around the office looking a little more stylish lately, but also comfort and safety.
Yes, I want to practice safety if I'm going to be using the electric scooters as
And you've
often
committed.
as I have. Yeah.
You've committed to
you
that.
truly
You,
committed.
you
That's
do
your thing.
have a vehicle, and you live, just down the road.
Right.
But you wanted to reduce your carbon footprint.
No, he didn't. He
No.
wanted easier access to pizza buffets.
Well, I wanted
All of this can be true.
cheaper transportation to work
Ah.
because Jess, we have one car.
Right.
She'll take the car because she's got to go all the way out to town and country.
Gotcha.
Real quick side note. This is funny to me. There's been an issue
Oh, boy.
at her work lately.
Who we had to slap?
Whole Foods.
Because we will show up in the parking lot and do a podcast.
Where they redesigned some stuff.
Uh-oh.
They're redesigning the store out there and kind of putting new stuff in and however they want to do it. But now they have an automatic bread slicer for people to use themselves. So they
Oh,
buy
boy.
it and they just
Oh, sweet
Should
Jesus.
end well.
apparently
Oh, no.
the folks in town and country area would prefer the help slice their bread for them.
Oh, no.
Yes. There's been a few mentions of, well, why can't you do it? I want you to do it. So apparently people in that area, I mean, I wouldn't want to stereotype or anything, but would prefer the help slice the bread and not have to do it themselves and
Unbelievable.
put it in the device that all you do is just put it in there and it comes out sliced.
Whole Foods better not. They're getting cocky.
Yeah,
Maybe these
so-
people will start going to Aldi.
Yeah, I doubt that.
No, I don't think that's going to happen, Chris. I doubt that.
Now,
will
Aldi's
ever
gotten
happen.
better, but I doubt that.
Not in the branding
Yeah.
senses of the
But-
Town and Country folk.
But you're tasked with
She takes the car.
She takes the car to town
for,
and country.
for the most part, and maybe a day or two a week I'll get it. So I've been taking the scooter when it's been nice, but I've been doing it so much and setting personal best day after day.
You have Mario Kart at this bad boy.
I
haven't
went
you?
slower today. It was slick out.
Thank you.
I was careful.
Thank you. What was your time though?
It was 11:16, I believe.
That ain't pretty. That's not bad considering how it was pouring. This
Yeah,
morning.
it wasn't raining when I went, but it was slick and there were puddles. So it was a couple minutes slower. Plus, the grand intersection was a little busy today.
And I encourage you to practice safety because
You
I
have.
know you and I want you to live a fairly long life.
I'm on borrowed time.
Well,
as it
that's what I
is.
figured. But I didn't think that a man of your caliber should be taken out by Lime scooters. So I really wanted you to practice
Yeah.
safety, and you took that to heart.
A head injury is not how I would like to go.
No, not at all.
Unless it's from a bear, then.
We see what happens when you do get a
Prophetic.
few head injuries, huh? Well, look at that. Huh?
So I bought a helmet.
Oh, okay. I see you out there.
This $12 investment's got us excited.
I see you, Kurt Warner.
Get
I
it for
see you out there.
$12.
Oh boy. No, you shouldn't do.
Arbitrary number. I just said. Go ahead.
Shouldn't have spent 29 then.
Oh.
So I got a helmet, but then I had John Beebe of buyjack.com, the apparel company within Midcoast Media,
10 feet behind us.
make some stickers for me
Oh,
to kind of customize the helmet,
okay.
and I'll give you a look-see as to what it is now. You ready?
Let's see it. Here we go, boys and girls. The debut of the Oh My God. It is the Carte Blanche logo.
We get a hashtag customize without limits on the back of that for
Buddy, that is a
for
beautiful
getaway.
Actually,
helmet.
I was thinking maybe I should sell advertising space on it.
That'd be smart. You
NASCAR
should.
style.
You should. You
I'm
should
thinking I
absolutely do that.
want to get, I have a sticker on each side of the helmet. I probably should put a St. Louis flag on there somewhere.
I agree.
Maybe down the middle.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, if it goes on top and kind of in back, as you can see there on the picture right now, or if I go in front middle. It'd be a smaller sticker, but a sticker of the St. Louis flag nonetheless.
My favorite part about this helmet is just how incredibly stylish it is. Like, I feel like you can put that on and I would hardly ever recognize it's on your head.
It's a little bigger.
Is it?
Should we start taking applications for your Lime Scooter Pit crew?
Is that a bad idea? I mean, I think we need to have, if we can have marathons and bike races in this city where they shut off Forest Park, why can't we have electric scooter races?
You keep fighting that good fight.
This is the beginning, right? Because you start with the helmet, and then there are elbow pads, and then there's the jacket, and then there's the gang, and then there's the club, and then there's the
See,
organization.
that's what I need, is I need the name of the scooter gang, and then off that name we come up with a logo, and then I get that embroidered on a leather jacket.
I say you call you guys living Lyman.
No, I want it to be St. Louis based.
Oh,
That's
if
why I
you're
like
gonna
the
be-
Archdiocese, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, that's good.
Something
so
like that.
if you're doing this, you need to find something illegal to run. Like you can't just scooter
That's
around
fair.
That's true. You do need
legal
illegal
things.
activity.
Right.
gotta
You
do
can't be a
something.
courier. That's not fun.
What did they do on Sons of Anarchy? I only saw 2 episodes.
They just referred to different ethnicities, gangs. It would be like,
Black and brown, man. It's going at it right now. Black and brown.
But what did they do to make money?
sold.
They sold
drugs,
guns and
guns.
ran drugs.
Yeah.
So
I guess I'll look into that.
Lived in a town where people could be murdered senselessly daily, and there's never any crime solved,
and
including law enforcement murdered. Yeah.
not even breaking news half the time.
So they're
Right.
pretty good at it then.
They're very good at it.
Well, maybe that's not for me.
What's the thing that you believe your community needs that they don't have access to? That's the purpose of gangs. They serve a purpose.
It's a
Privilege.
conduit of sorts.
Yes.
Privilege.
Privilege.
We need more
You
privilege.
need more privilege. So I don't know. Maybe you can start cutting people's bread.
You know what it might be? We'll have to see what the FDA decides here, but maybe I could be running menthol cigarettes.
That'd be a play. That would be a cool play.
Is there a
And,
somewhat nearby state where you can get them cheaper? And you keister them over from there?
Well, the problem would be this would be a federal law. So the potential ban was on menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars. If I could run those, maybe that's what I end up doing. I have to see what the FDA decides. Their chief resigned a few months ago, so I don't know
Oh, boy.
how that happened or who had anything to do with
Jesus, here it
that.
goes.
So it's kind of been slowed a bit recently. I didn't want to mention anything, but the potential ban on those items has been slowed a bit because of that.
Maybe you can be a mule. Maybe that can be your thing, because no one's going to ever suspect a drug mule on a Lime scooter, and plus it's hard to
Or a
track.
menthol cigarette.
Yeah, man, maybe you can be a mule. You can be like Clint Eastwood in that movie
need a
called
nickname.
what was the name of that movie that Clint Eastwood was in? He was the mule.
Was it the mule?
I think it was called The Mule.
Yes.
So you can do that.
Exciting times
Right.
all around.
I could have a nickname like, it's the puffer.
Ooh. Ooh, I like that.
Or change my name or something. I could be like Peter Puffer.
We've got comedy tonight at Southtown Pub. Do you know that?
It's Thursday already?
Mm-hmm. It is. I thought it was Thursday yesterday, so I feel a little bit better. Comedy tonight. It's free. Southtown Pub. Get your smoked wings on. Get your drink on. That's right. Lauren Peterson, Randy Cash, Ken Warner, Jeremy Helwig. Free comedy Thursday, 8 o'clock every week. Karaoke afterwards. Get your tails out. Come hang out with us. We'll all be there having a good time tonight. It's free comedy Thursday upstairs in the Barrel Room at Southtown Pub.
Southtown Pub, smoke meat, Chris Dimon, and comedy.
This is that's Travis saying he won't be there. He didn't say Chris and Travis. I'll be halfway through. I'm like, dude, are you coming? He's like, I told you whenever I announced it. I just announced you. We're excited about that. It'll be a fun time, and that's every Thursday again. Southtown Pub, everybody. Lynette wants to be in the gang. Her name would be Salmon Runner.
Oh.
That's right. I guess you could upstream if you're a salmon, right?
Yeah, I like that.
A little bit behind that, she owns Pet Supplies,
Yeah.
or Pet One St. Louis West, so
I like
that
that.
makes sense.
Salmon runner.
Yeah. Good idea, Travis. Only problem is that the Lime scooters are all equipped with GPS. Stick to comedy, Blackfish.
No, but you can switch off Lime scooters whenever you want. Just because a Lime scooter's got GPS doesn't mean you can jump off from one to another.
Here's the deal. The Lime scooters are just the initiation. We buy our own.
Thank you.
We get our own.
Then what are you gonna do?
You
Trust
train
me.
yourself. You train yourself with their army.
I've
and then
looked
you-
into it
Thank
myself here
Thank
recently.
you. Thank you.
Jake says you should be called the Cool Riders with
Cool,
a K.
right? Okay. Oh, I like
Ooh,
that.
I like that.
That's what my dad used
Said
to
Jake.
smoke.
Jacob. Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. What I am's, as we've mentioned before. You ever done that, Travis?
No.
Go into the gas station. Give me a pack of what I am's. And then they know,
get it.
pack of cools.
What I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's all you do?
I
Who
didn't
came
know
up with that?
I don't know. It's been around for a while.
Has it? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's pretty cool.
You know what? Another word for cool, and I didn't realize this until I looked at my dad's high school yearbook and wondered at first why all his friends hated him. Because it's, Bill, you're a real cock guy. And I'm like, hey, Bill, stay cock. And I'm like, Dad, why is everyone calling you a cock?
Oh my god.
He's like, no, it meant cool back then. Did you know that?
I did not.
I think your
Think we
dad's
could
just
bring that
messing with
back?
you, and
I don't know if that's
nah,
true.
we'll avoid that.
I don't.
Hey, that's a real cock shirt.
Okay, I don't care for that description of my shirt.
We didn't bring it back.
I don't think we should. I think we should just
old
probably leave it
term.
where it was
You
located.
got problems with old terms, Travis?
Oh, I have a problem with a lot of things that are old.
What kind of old terms have ever been bad when brought back?
Oh dear Lord. Quite a few.
Gardner could be the cool rider, and his gang's the cool aides. Both with K's.
Oh.
It's from the Black Sheep.
Now we're on to something.
That's from the Black
Now the momentum picking up. Now we're on to something. This could be, man, I tell you what, we give our audience the opportunity to make millions every day. We have the Hemp Hotel, Kool-Aid Gang. Sweet Jesus, you're welcome, everyone. The things we do
You know
for our
what-
audience.
You know what I was working on the other day on the scooter? You're gonna love this.
Uh-oh,
Travis.
what were you
You
doing?
working on a wheelie?
Oh, Jesus.
Not a wheelie,
Oh, boy.
but just going fast
Right.
and braking a little hard and getting the back end to fishtail a little bit and whip around.
Ooh.
So your hair whips just enough?
Well, I couldn't tell. I can't see. I should get a GoPro for my helmet now.
You should.
Austin's in tomorrow. Maybe he can just film you everywhere.
Yeah, we might have
Scooter
to.
documentary.
I need to see if I can smoke while on the scooter. That's the next
Man,
step.
if you can pull that off, that's a game changer.
Mad
Then
Menthol.
then it really is. I mean, cool riders.
Or why not just create a device that it's like it's on a large pole and it just erects up, and then it has a cigarette on the end, so that way you can just go
like
while
it-
you're riding.
maybe
you
it
just go,
attaches to my wrist,
Ooh,
and I hold and it angles.
and you can just go.
I just lean in, kind of like Christopher Reeve when in the wheelchair.
Ah,
when you had
that
little
wasn't
glow
an
device.
interest. Oh, okay.
No, but I mean,
Yeah,
in terms of the
yeah,
engineering.
yeah,
of
yeah,
it,
so you're essentially
not
saying-
making fun of them or anything.
Okay.
I'm saying there's an engineer. It can be done engineering-wise, logistically. It could work. Just look at that. Look at the device he had. I don't need that device, but
Right.
it obviously is set up for someone to be stationary and to be able to lean in. So that's kind of maybe what I'm looking for. Either attach it to the handlebar or just to your wrist. And we can go from there.
Brilliant.
And then I just lean in.
6 years sober, boys and girls.
6 years sober. That's what happens.
This is it.
You get really into scooters and scooter helmets.
You can make this happen, boys and girls. Just
So,
He
There
also
you go.
saves money, Travis, by not drinking all the time. And with that money he saves, he could call Tommy Bannister and buy a new home.
oh wow!
Don't forget that. Tommy Bannister, Circa Properties. He works with us, which means you work with him. That's right. Tommy Bannister, lifelong St. Louis, and here to help you through the sales or buying process. Your new home in St. Louis needs to be purchased through Tommy Bannister, Circa Properties. We love working with him and can't say enough great things about his process, the team he has behind him, and his willingness to help clients from We Are Live. That's right. Tommy Bannister, Circa Properties, here to help. I know we've got some, I believe, Devil's Advocate. We'll play some Make It Racist with the great Lucas Henderleiter when he comes in studio. We still got to give away St. Louis Microfest tickets. We'll talk to Joe from Lift for Life Gym here in just a bit. Travis, you, sir, are about to head to New York. The official day you fly out is Sunday, correct?
Boys and girls, the journey is about to begin. That's right. Yours truly, Blackfish,
I mean, we all kind of know.
is heading off to the Big Apple.
You still
He's
gonna
gonna
video
take
in?
a big bite out of that city.
Boy, sorry. I keep thinking that your nonsense will stop, so I keep interrupting. My mistake. I'm sorry.
Boys and girls, the time has come for me to say goodbye.
You're still
to
going to
your
video into
lovely
the
face.
show
Oh,
every day.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
literally every day.
Yeah, I'm not leaving. But
we
yeah.
have come to the end of
He's
the
not
Hey,
dying.
Girl. Hey, girl, I know we had some good times here on this podcast. We did some shows with Corolla. We talked about Joe Rogan. We had a few guests. Sinbad was on one time. But now it's time for me to head to that sweet East Coast city known as New York. Yeah, girl, I'll be gone to November. Gone to November. Probably just July. For being completely honest, probably just to July. But I will be in the big city. But you will always be in my big heart. I love you, St. Louis.
I mean, we just said you were leaving Sunday. He's walking out of the. Grab me a coffee if you're going to head out. Okay, Travis Terrell, it's.
Let's get Mike all crooked.
It's Denman in the morning. We'll jump into your comedy and mixed martial arts specifics. Here, just go ahead and come in on me. We'll just. Oh, he's back. Never mind. All right, back to making all the white listeners uncomfortable. Okay.
Okay, sorry. I don't know how trains work. Apparently mine's is not here yet. So, but yeah, I'm excited. We're a few days off, and this is the 11th hour. So, in typical Travis Terrell fashion, I still have yet to start laundry. I have yet to pack a thing.
I'll say this.
I'll
say this. I'll say this.
I'll
say this. I
still making a few
Listeners-
purchases.
listeners, after you hit share for the organic growth, drop a comment on a.
I don't even know how I'm getting to the airport, if we're being honest.
Oh my God! Oh, he's serious. Drop a comment if you'd like to help Travis out. Let's get some suggestions from the audience.
I need a jacket. I probably need an umbrella. I forgot how New York weather
You don't even have
is.
an IKEA bag to carry your stuff in, do
Man,
you?
I'm gonna be honest
He's
with
gonna
you.
be the trash bag guy at the airport.
I can't find half my socks.
That's
I don't.
bad.
I think I got some luggage somewhere in my basement.
That's really bad.
I don't.
Oh, you don't know.
Sweet Jesus, I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm gonna get to the place where I'm living. I guess I should take a cab. Guess I could walk. Maybe I can have someone pick me up at the airport.
Do you have a place to live?
Boys and girls, Travis will be living in the city of Brooklyn. Bushwick.
That's a borough.
It's a borough.
Is this the situation you were talking about yesterday?
Yes, I had a fun conversation with my father yesterday afternoon. My family,
Sounds privileged having a dad.
we
How's that Travis Terrell logic on you? Yeah.
Damn it. We are a family. We are a 2-minute warning family. We only pick up the pace when it's absolutely time to pick up the pace.
Is this because of sports and fast twitch muscles or what?
I think this is because I hate the idea of saying that you work best under pressure, but we work best under pressure.
No.
We
It's
do.
the only
Like
way
even
you-
with this
it's the
show,
only way you work.
Even with this show and what we have done, we can do all the planning, and we try to do our best to plan beforehand. But generally speaking, the best way this operation works is if we come up with an idea 5 minutes before the lights come on.
Oh my God.
And so I've operated under this.
What a privileged way to think.
You live it that way too, my friend.
What a privileged way to think.
You just as privileged, my friend.
Black male in today's world, it's all yours, man.
But no, I think my approach has been, I'm just gonna have to get baptized into it.
Interview yourself.
Am I afraid? Absolutely not.
I think you are.
Okay.
Eyes.
I've traveled with you before.
Wait, you've traveled now. If we're talking about traveling and organization,
Unfortunately-
I'm 10 times more organized than you when we travel.
Unfortunately, over the last decade, every cool event I've participated in, he's been along for. So I kind of have to deal with that.
When we travel, I am the most organized person.
No, you
out-
get scared.
in this studio.
You get
Oh,
scared.
I didn't get scared. I will say my only concern about Honduras
Well-
was that we were either going to be kidnapped by rebels,
Whatever
or my plane was going to, or the
I don't know.
helicopter we were in that was flying through a rainstorm was going to crash into one of the mountains that had
and maybe
cougars in them.
And no. I knew you'd say something because maybe I was a little focused on like if there were actual jaguars in the
That's
forest
you said that a
below
lot.
us.
You're like, man, them
Travis-
jaguars down there. Chris
Travis-
did that. That's all he did.
I
Chris
must-
sees one National Geographic show and he turns to our pilot and go, hey.
I don't talk like that.
Jaguars down there, right? And so I'm in the back already like going like, first of all, shut up.
I was like, yeah, they
Secondly, there's a freaking tornado in front of us. How are we getting around that? And thirdly, if we crash, we're now going to have to encounter jaguars. And the last time I checked, our fat asses can't run faster than a jaguar. So yeah, I was a
So that
little
was
bit
a
nervous.
good question,
It was
then, right?
confirmed as well. Oh yeah. He goes, you got to watch that. They'll drag a villager out once in a while.
What?
That's called preparation, Travis.
See,
But I would have rather have
Scouting the
known
land.
after the fact. I don't need to know when I end up crashing. I would rather have
that's
crashed.
You
not
need to have
preparation.
I
You
want-
need to have the conquering manifest destiny state of mind because I know where all the enemies
Don't
are.
you ever think of the worst case
How am I
scenario?
going to cut down the? How am I going to cut down the forest?
I think of the worst case scenario every second of my life.
You
Thank
should
you.
not. Don't do that.
Good luck with that.
How do you live, man? That ain't
Yeah,
living.
that's a good
Hey,
question.
look, I came up with this saying
It's
a few
not
years
easy.
ago. I came up with this: get busy living or get busy dying.
You didn't make
And-
that up.
and-
that
no.
wasn't you. Next thing, 100% of the shots you don't take, you miss.
That's right.
right. Is that you too?
That is me.
I thought you came up with get in late, leave early.
That was
Yes.
you. That is you.
Yes,
But you say it in an aggressive manner to which it's confusing. Go ahead.
man. You know what? You got to get in late, then they leave early.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So no, I'm not freaked out about New York. Not
Do you
freaked
have a
out at
place to
all.
live? He's quivering into the mic.
Yes, and I'm very excited about my living situation. I'm very excited about a lot of things. I honestly have no idea what I'm getting myself into. With that being said,
You got ample time.
I'm embracing the challenge. No, yeah, but here's what I don't think you're gathering here. if you've never been to New York,
Which you haven't.
which I haven't, you don't know necessarily.
You called yourself a New Yorker like twice yesterday.
I mean, I
I saw that too.
Well,
I almost commented on that
and
tweet
don't
you
forget,
sent out.
And don't forget. Oh, that was a tweet?
He sent a tweet out.
Oh, I was talking about on
calling
the show.
himself a New Yorker.
Oh,
if I live in New York for more than a week, I'm a New Yorker, right?
No,
That's
not
how it
at
works.
all. Not at all. I saw that and I was like, yeah, well, never mind. I
Real
won't
quick,
comment.
we've got a couple.
I almost commented on that.
We've got a couple questions, comments, and the like. Billy Fat Pants has helped TT Pack before, so it should be easy. Is that true?
Help me back.
Pack?
No
Like,
one's no.
Have you stayed with Billy Fat Pants
I
a
don't
few
think
times?
Billy Fat Pants. What are you talking about?
From Jacob, 2 questions. Since Travis will not have to leave his place to get to the show, what is he going to be wearing? Will he be topless? Also, what's the percent chance he is still late? 100%. It'll be.
You know why
He's like, go ahead. Or have you practiced? Like, he's like, you guys know what charter is, right? And then he goes on a really winding story about how in New York, Trump caused the charter of New York to not do anything, and then Alex Rodriguez and David Wright somehow make their way into the conversation, and then Liz Lemon's brought up, and it gets back to it's 8:07 your time, but I'm here.
President Trump saved Twitter.
I don't. These statements are not.
So you've got somewhere to live. You've got a plane ticket. You have clothing.
Yeah.
You have a budget for food.
My mom was very proud of me the other day because she was asking some of the same questions that Chris is currently asking. And
Basic necessities.
And
Unfortunately,
so-
I spoke to a comedian friend of ours 2 nights ago who's living there, and she was complaining about someone who was trying to get her to go to some like cult style meeting, you know, the business things or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was positioning himself as somebody very smart and successful, but he let it slip that he had like $20 to get himself through the month and whatever. And then she ended it with, well, he says he lives in New York, but really he just drove his car here from Maryland and hasn't left.
Oh.
So you are ahead of that guy because apparently
star.
that is a very common or normal type thing.
the conversation, like it's been a interesting conversation with my family in regards to preparing for New York because while I have younger family members who are going to school up there, but I don't have any older family members who's ever lived up there or spent a long time up there. So they're also learning through me as to what things cost and how to get around. And so my mom the other day did ask some of those questions, and the reaction she had on her face when I told her I already bought my plane ticket. It's like, wait, you actually bought your plane ticket early? Like, you didn't wait 48 hours before you needed to be somewhere? I'm like, Mom, your son is growing up. Your
Right.
baby boy is a man. Please send me
35
food money so I can buy groceries.
35 short years.
Oh, you put age on it, Chris? If you got to put a number to
Man,
it,
I'll
I
tell you what,
guess.
I haven't cared how old I'm going to be since, like, I don't know, 30th birthday was kind of fun, I guess, just to get together with people. I haven't cared about my age in the last 5 years, and saying that I'm going to be 35 in June is a little freaky.
Here's also another thing. Look, and you have to embrace what you are. Like, I think New York is kind of one of those cities where you'll obviously get exposed very early if you're trying to be something that you're not. And I think that's why a lot of people in that city drive themselves crazy, because people try to go there and I'm a New York guy, I can handle the big scene. And no, you cannot. You have high anxiety and deep depression, and
You
it's a
telling
battle
yourself
every
this?
day. No, for me, look, I know I'm going to a city where I'm be one of 8.5 million people. I like those odds, because those have been my odds all my life. So I'm not even worried, man. I'm not concerned.
What?
Oh, look, I've been against it my entire life, man.
Have you?
That's not.
Yeah, man.
That's the odds mathematically are not the same.
Well, you don't know that.
You've claimed to be a
much-
mathemologist.
How much
Same.
math have you had in your life? Did you go to school for math? I didn't think you did.
Did
do
I
your
take math
research.
classes? Yes, I
Did
did.
you do your research? I didn't think you did. Ah!
You're getting better at that.
I'm getting a little bit better.
What if I did my research?
Damn it, did you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I rest my case. Perry Mason style. Boom.
Is that how he won?
I think that's how he did it. Boom, I'm Perry Mason.
Those juries are pretty dumb then.
Hey, man. Talk about the judicial system in America, right?
You just said
White man just walks up and go, boom, shut up, I'm Perry Mason.
You said judicial system correctly.
I did.
I don't know how that happened.
Because I'm heading to New York.
I think I'm going to put it down still.
New York.
Just
Honestly,
because he'll trip up again.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am absolutely having a complete panic attack getting set for New York.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
now, I am putting on a happy face. But deep down inside, it is like someone like the running of the bulls have been set off at Six Flags.
Tony in the
It is
comments.
total
Should
chaos.
try whiskey.
Ooh. Check his cup.
You said I should.
Tony in the comments.
Can I have a
didn't-
drink of your cup?
Oh, no, Garden. This is too much sugar. Yeah.
Okay.
Tony didn't realize Travis was actually Andy Dufresne. He says he looks different after his escape.
But
So here's a little surprise for you. Monday is your first day, right?
yes, and this is why I love Chris Gardner, because we were talking off air yesterday, and Gardner goes, I've already penciled in that you're not going to be able to show up on the first day.
We've got Rafe Williams and Carly Lawrence will be in.
Hey,
Monday.
damn, man. Can y'all at least let me set up, at least find out if it worked? Y'all didn't already squeeze in two white people in my place on day one? It's like you've been planning this for months.
This is called Operation Gentrification.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you going to really just bring in two white people the
They've got a
day
lot-
the
they've
black
got a-
person leaves?
They got a lot of celebrity to push.
Well, I appreciate that. It will take two fine comedians in order to replace
One
Travis Terrell.
underachieving podcaster.
But I'm very excited.
to replace someone who just figured out how to buy a plane
Right?
ticket
Yeah.
before 2 days ahead of time.
Have you ever done that before? I did a bachelor party a couple years ago, and we were
performed at
traveling.
one?
No, I wish. Huh, the money. But we were traveling to multiple destinations, and I, like an idiot, decided to just do a one-way. It was Colorado and Vegas. We did Vegas, and then we did Colorado, and
Wait. What do those two have in common?
man, they have nice resorts,
Okay.
great places to golf. Yeah.
do.
So
I do
Colorado,
have a
you
feeling
could
grass was being cut.
hit the ball farther. And
I was in a
Colorado.
Vegas casino. We were supposed to get to our Denver destination the next morning, and I was literally fairly inebriated inside of a Vegas casino, purchasing an airline ticket 7 hours before we were supposed to leave the hotel.
did it work out?
It did, which was a mistake because now I know I can wait till 7 hours before I have to
Aside-
leave to
When
buy
I
a
was
plane
leaving
ticket.
New York, the time I went when I was 19,
Uh-huh.
my return flight got messed up.
1973.
And it got a little hairy there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Where to the point I was pissed off because something didn't get charged to my card to pay for my return ticket, and it should have, and it was showing that it had been paid for and everything. And then they're like, "Yeah, you haven't paid for this yet," and I'm like, "Well, this card isn't going to work right now because I just spent a week in New York, and I think I got $50 left on it." And I was telling them, I'm like, "It says it was paid for." I could have actually gone through. But then I noticed something was wrong on the ticket, and I wanted if I wouldn't have said anything, they would have never known. I would have had a free ticket back.
Flight. Oh,
But
no.
I said, "Oh, I should say something."
Talk too damn much.
And so then I
It
became
became a whole
increasingly
thing.
frustrated, and I just wanted to get home. And I wasn't flying back from LaGuardia
Right.
or JFK.
Right.
I was out
You're
on
in Newark or something?
Ronkonkoma.
I don't know what that is.
I
man.
slipped. It was
Oh.
in Long Island. I was flying.
You're a
out
New Yorker. You know where that's at.
on
Oh
Long
yeah,
Island.
man. It's just around the sound, man. It's around the.
So this
Midtown.
airport like closed at 10, and it just shuts down. Like it closes. It's not one that's open 24 hours.
Oh.
So then, if it was going to close, and I was getting close to having an issue here because trying
you were
going to
be stuck a day
right, without enough money
to get through
to
it.
find a place to stay
Oh, so
on
you'd
Long
have been
Island.
stuck. Oh, sweet Jesus.
And so trying to figure out maybe having to get money wired. This is what happens when you're 19 and you spend all your money in a week in New York. And so I knew this was happening and was becoming increasingly frustrated and took my carry-on bag over to a payphone. I was going to call my mother and let her know what was happening. And I was so pissed off, I took my carry-on, just launched it into the payphone, and then I was wearing flip-flops and then kicked over one of like the what do you call 'em? Like even if you're a movie theater, it keeps you in line. But you know the poles with
Yeah,
the,
yeah, with the
strip-
rope, with the
yeah.
Security?
Yeah, so well,
Velvet ropes and
security
everything.
started walking my way because
Jesus.
I kicked that pole, and my toe. I think I hurt my big toe to the point where it was swelling up and bleeding everywhere. So there, I'm bleeding everywhere in this place, and eventually it worked out. But I mean, air travel can get effed up sometimes.
That is bad.
Even when you have good intentions to say, "Hey, look, I think this is wrong on here," or else I would have had a free ticket back.
But you
And
handled it-
this is why I say, don't be good. Don't be charitable.
Oh, that's a saying.
I don't think that's
a
something we're
saying.
pushing
Did I have that
here.
wrong?
I don't.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think that's what we're looking
Oh,
for.
put that
okay,
on a
sorry.
T-shirt.
We got a
but you
couple.
know, as a fellow New Yorker, you handled that well.
Don't be honest. Maybe that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
man,
Don't
you-
be
as,
honest.
as a New Yorker, you did well. Huh?
Couple comments from the listeners. Black Sheep bought a plane ticket while partying with an exchange student for a flight the next day. 3 weeks later, he returned from Germany. Kendra. Kendra in the comments says she quoted us. Did you go to school for math? And then says narrator. Both the question and the answer was a firm indicator that neither had went to school for math. Gardner, we've got a special.
I'm a mathemologist.
Oh, man.
Mathemologist, that's the term.
I'm going to tell everybody about Gateway Powder Coating. We're going to get our guest in to sit down here in just a second. GatewayPowderCoat.com is where you take yourself online. That's right. Get to GatewayPowderCoat.com and you can check out all of their services today. That's right. Gateway Powder Coating. Fast, durable, affordable. Make sure you are here to see Gateway Powder Coating's best capabilities as the #1 powder coating resource in the Midwest.
GPC.
That's right. Can you feel me, everybody? That's right. Gateway Powder Coating. Be sure to take your wheels,
Fast,
your barbecue grills,
durable,
everything else
and affordable.
to Gateway Powder Coating. That is right.
Chris
We've
is
got-
going to be joining us here in a second.
Oh, this is Joe. He's from Lift for Life Gym. That's right. He's giving away 2 tickets
Ah.
to STL Microfest this weekend. Our friend Amy hooked us up with him, and he's got a great message. Joe, what's up, man? How are you?
How you guys doing?
It's great to see you, man. Thanks for coming in
Thanks
this
for having
morning.
me.
You got a big weekend ahead of you.
Oh man, it's a big weekend. It's a big fundraiser for our program, and this is the 24th year that we've been doing it.
Is that
Nice.
right? Nice work. We saw this, so I can't think of a better thing to do on a weekend. You have Forest Park, Upper Muni parking lot, correct? A bunch of different times available. I'm looking at this, 100 breweries and home brew clubs, 400 local and national craft beers. This is going to be a heck of a time. It goes through Friday, Saturday. This is going to be a good time,
Yeah, we have 3 sessions
Yeah.
to choose from,
for sure.
and you come out and you sample some of the best craft beers that you can get your hands on. Some of it have never even hit the market yet.
All right.
In the VIP tent, some of it's rare. You can't get in this part
This
of
is
the
a big
nation.
deal.
Oh, wow.
Some are brewed
Oh.
specifically for this festival.
Oh, nice.
One-off specialty beers, but you know it's a great time for everyone to come together. It's a tradition, really. It's the
Right.
24th year
Absolutely.
that we're doing this. Not only is it a massive fundraiser for our nonprofit to keep our gym open, you know,
Right.
for our
So-
inner-city kids and programs.
Right.
Liftforlifegym.org is
But-
the website.
Liftforlifegym.org. That's right. But also, it's the camaraderie and the fellowship of all these brewers coming together each year and just celebrating what they've created, you know,
Right.
with each other and showcasing it out into the public, you know, and interacting with them and telling them about what they have going on at their brewery, you know, and we have so many things to do at the festival throughout the whole weekend. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about Lift for Life. I'm not as familiar, perhaps, as Chris. Tell us some of the things that you guys currently do. You said you work, of course, in the city, giving children the opportunity to do what exactly?
Lift for Life Gym is a safe haven for inner city youth. So we serve kids between ages of 8 and 18, boys and girls. We're located up on Cass Avenue, 14th and Cass.
Okay.
This is our 31st year as a nonprofit organization.
Wow.
And that's hard. That's very hard to stay
Extremely
open
difficult.
absolutely.
and
Sure.
stay consistent in the lives of these kids.
Of course.
That's what matters the most, keeping them safe and being consistent. So it's Olympic style weightlifting. We have a team that we train, and they travel and compete locally, regionally, and nationally. We have
exciting.
3 nationally ranked athletes. All 3 of them have been national champions multiple times.
Oh, that's really cool.
2 of them have been traveled out of the country for Team USA and for USA weightlifting.
From
And-
right here in St. Louis.
and they've been junior champions. And then one, our female lifter, this would be her 3rd year going to the nationals, and she's she's trying to be a 3-time national youth champion.
That
so
is
this is
amazing.
the clean and jerk and the snatch, just like the Olympians do. That's what we teach them. But there's many programs at Lift for Life Gym. It's the private tutoring. It's our free summer camp.
Right.
We give them a free meal each night. It's free transportation to and from their homes in safe vans with drivers.
Really?
But more importantly, it's the positive role models in their lives.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what's
Absolutely.
going to mold the minds and bodies of these young men and women.
Tell us a couple maybe success stories of people who came into the gym that, you know, they maybe weren't sure. And I would imagine most kids were like apprehensive. There, you know, a lot of people often come into these kids' lives, but not a lot of people often stay. But you said, of course, you guys have been around for so long. What are some of the stories that you can share with us of people who were maybe in a situation that was very difficult for them, but now going through Live for Life, they've not only turned their entire situation around, but now they have a future to look for.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's the love and support that you give them in a variety of ways. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just the actual programming, but it's rallying around families when they really need some support.
Wow.
Doing a collection or a drive, giving them clothing, giving them food, giving them shoes. We give the kids a holiday each Thanksgiving and Christmas as well.
Wow,
you
that's
know?
great.
There's many ways that people can get involved and volunteer and support, or even just donate some in-kind goods to help these kids, you know, and help
Wow.
these families. Give them a lift.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
Right.
about, okay? So, I mean, a few success stories, of course, are some of our recent females alumni have gone on to Jackson State in Mississippi with full ride scholarships
Oh,
to
nice.
Washington
That's
University
huge.
right here in St. Louis, full ride scholarships to Washington University. And it's through those positive role models in their lives at the gym that kept them on track and checked in with them frequently, give them tutoring and mentoring.
Right.
You have to stay consistent in their lives. You have to keep checking in.
Yeah.
Teens are tempted to run the street, of course. So you got to stay on these
Right.
kids
Right.
to stay on the right track and keep them, you know, in your program.
That's fantastic.
Wow, that is awesome. That is absolutely
and then, of
amazing.
course, our lifters. You know, we could go on and on about our lifters, but you know, Jerome's one of our biggest success stories. But Jerome, Antoine, and Destiny, who I talked about earlier, have had those opportunities through this weightlifting program to see what's out there beyond just their neighborhood.
Right.
And they've tasted that success, and they're hungry for more. And you want to keep raising the money to give them these
Of
opportunities.
course.
Absolutely.
This is
So
an amazing cause. This is outstanding.
Friday, 6 to 10 p.m. Saturday, there's 1 to 5, and then 6:30 to 10 p.m. STLmicrofest.org, and that again, that directly benefits liftforlifegym.org for that website. For the actual event, how many events have you worked of those of the STL Microfest?
This is my 9th Microfest.
Ninth, very nice. You can see the
Surprised
logo
I've
if you're
survived
watching
this
online.
many times.
We actually met working at a brewery, so we've got a little. And my brother brews himself out in California. What's your favorite part about the actual? I love events like this because St. Louis is kind of made for this. We're very good at being conversational, enjoying some craft beers, and just having a good time on the
Yeah,
weekend.
my favorite two parts, if I were an attendee, of course, would be the demo tent, where we pair up chefs and brewers together to do samplings. They paired something
Oh,
special.
you're talking my language.
To sample the folks that are sitting there, a receptive audience, and they're talking about their craft, they're talking about their dish,
Right.
and they're talking about what else they have going on there at their restaurant or their brewery, you know. And so
Okay.
we have multiple demos for each of those sessions in our demonstration tent. Some of the best restaurants in St. Louis, and of course, some of the tastiest brews from.
Oh,
from-
yeah.
But also the Brewers Olympics. The Brewers Olympics happen at 2 p.m. on Saturday during that day session, and it's a time where we get 30 to 40 brewers together to compete in zany challenges, feats of strength, and it's time trials, and the one that does the fastest time trial wins. And it's just bragging rights. They do receive some trophies, but it's the camaraderie and fellowship and the fun that they all have together competing against
That's
each other in
awesome.
these little Brewers Olympics. That's happened for about 13 years now.
That's amazing as far as the heats or the competitions that go. So like for the brewers is like who has the coolest beard, who wears the best flannel. Like how does that work with
No,
brewers?
it's
That's
more-
very stereotypical, Chris. That's not cool, man.
Who owns the most Arcade Fire albums? Like how does
you
this
could
work?
go down that route, but it's more of keg tossing.
Oh wow!
Oh, shit.
That's serious.
Barrel rolling.
Yeah. I love that.
Little feats of strength. So
Stuff we'd be
just
terrible at.
Zany, kooky challenges. See
That's
them
fun.
bouncing on balls or
Right.
riding pony sticks. You never know what's going to happen, and we mix it up each year.
Before we get you out here, I am very curious though. What inspired you to start this Live for Life? What for you personally connects you to this as far as wanting to give back to the community? Because it's very easy for people to just say, "Oh yeah, we need to do X to turn this community around." It's another thing
Yeah.
to fully commit yourself to truly helping these people in this community. So, if you don't mind sharing, what personally connects you to Live for Life?
I think it's the difference that you feel helping these kids
Right.
and families. There's so many ways, like I said. Personally, we have the opportunity to be in touch and in their lives daily with these families. So outside of our programs, you find many resources available here in St. Louis with all the wonderful nonprofits that we have and people that want to rally with you around them and make a difference and lift them up in other ways. Just keeping a kid on track and being consistent in their life is a challenge. It's a real challenge.
It absolutely is.
Yes.
And so when you see them have success, whether it's in a basketball game and celebrating that with their teammates, or on the platform and placing in the top 3 and getting a medal and letting them use your phone and call home and tell their mom or their auntie or their family about what they've accomplished. When you see them travel on the plane with you for the first time ever to ride outside of St. Louis and see somewhere else and then compete and make friends with other weightlifters around the nation. There's just, I could go on and on and on, but you just see how you're lifting them up. You see how you're making a difference in their lives. And you got to try to stay that way consistently all the way through the age of 18 and hold their hand and guide them to a career or guide them to a college.
What can we do to clone more people like you? This is amazing. This is awesome.
It's the community here in St. Louis
That's awesome.
that knows who we are and what we're about and how dedicated we are. And we can't do that without more and more people. You can't go to the same volunteer pool, the same donor pool. You can't keep doing the same event. This is a rain or shine event. So it's weather dependent. So we need people to just think about how they would like to make a difference in the life of a kid. And if that's doing a school supply drive, in the fall, if that's doing a clothing drive for some of our kids, or just donating some gift cards, it's that easy for a family in need. There's so many ways. Volunteer time goes a long way. There's many events that we do throughout the year. You could come in. If you know people in the fitness industry, tell them about us. They can come down and be a personal trainer, or a strength coach one of our basketball teams. We have a little program where it's called Meal a Month. You could rally some friends, coworkers, and come in and cook for our kids.
That is
Pick
amazing.
A day, we'll pull the ingredients. Everything's there for you. You'll have a great time serving a delicious, warm, healthy meal for our kids. And in the summertime, that's usually the only hot meal, hot full meal that they'll get. So we have a free summer camp in the summer too. So we need lots of support there in the summer. So a lot of those kids stay with us for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're with us all day long, keep them off the streets. So.
You're doing great work. Again, it's
Amazing
Joseph Miller,
work.
Live for Life Gym. You can check him out. Again, stlmicrofest.org is where you get the tickets. Gonna be a great time, and we're gonna give away 2 tickets on the show today. So thank you so much for bringing those out. And if you guys win the show, feel free to be generous. If you win the tickets today, maybe you invite some friends, maybe you throw a donation towards Live for Life Gym. Thanks so much for coming in, man.
You don't have to be a drinker to come out, too.
Oh, absolutely.
You can walk the footprint for free. There's live music and so much more. So think about just getting out,
So it's
coming
for
out,
everyone.
checking it out, buying a water or a soda or a pretzel or some food from our food vendors. All of it helps Live for Life Gym. So check out St. Louis Microfest. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, no. Thank you for
Thanks
coming on and telling
by.
us the story. Thank you so much.
Guys, it's Chris Denman, Travis Terrell. We are live from Midcoast Studio in Grand Center, St. Louis, Missouri. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back on the other side with Lucas Enderleiter.